trying to get at it. So, got to work on this bust a little bit tonight. And then once I get to a point where I'm satisfied with that, I'm going to start doing some work on Obi-Wan Kenobi Rides Boga. Yeah, that's all I got. I'm a little on the fence about how I feel regarding the bass on Obi-Wan Kenobi Rides Boga. So I've got it sitting over off to my right here, and I'm just kind of regarding it as I go along tonight, kind of deciding what I want to do, possibly differently, or what I want to change. So there may be a big change going on with that tonight. Possibly differently, or gonna do a mic check here. So there may be a big change going on with that tonight. Differently, gonna do a mic check here. Check 1, 2, check. Check 1, 2, check. Double check 1, 2. I'm gonna make sure my mic is hooked up here. Double check 1, 2. Make sure my mic is hooked up here. Check again. Check. No way for me to check this. Check again. Check. That sounds like the mic is connected. All right, so we'll get to work on this here. So I've got her masked off with, this is just a bust I'm finishing up for a client who had me do a commission. I'm a little bit behind on this just because I've been so busy with other shit, and I had to take a break to work on some other stuff, including Obi-Wan Kenobi Rides Boga. So kind of just looking over it now. I think I can go ahead and peel off this masking. Turn that off. This masking I'm using is just silly putty. Works really well. Gonna be masking off the shirt once I get it done, and then redoing the skin on her neck. So that's what I'm gonna get off to right now. Hope everybody's having a great Thursday night. We are almost to the weekend, thankfully. I'm gonna change the camera angle to a little more overhead. That way my hand doesn't keep changing the autofocus on my camera here. Hopefully that'll work out nicely. Bear with me a second here. That should work pretty well. Damn. Hey, Jennifer, good evening. How are you, dear? Working on finishing up the Sailor Moon bust right now. And then I'll be working on Obi-Wan Kenobi Rides Boba. But I gotta get this done. Been bugging me to get this done. Um, my day has been good. Just doctor's appointments, phone calls, all that fun shit. I hate doing that stuff. And then I got another phone call, well, another email, sorry, from the radiology place, and seems I need to make another appointment for the other imaging orders that my doctor sent. Even though I'm the same body on the same machine, I have to make two separate appointments for the different images they need of my cervical vertebrae and my lower back and shoulders and all that. I mean, it makes sense. It's just a pain in the ass. Like, okay, my body's already in the machine. Take the pictures, roll me out, and do your calibrations, and then roll me back in and take the other pictures. Yeah, of course. So, no, they can't do it that way. Everything's got a schedule. They got other images to take of other people, and like I said, it does make sense. You know, I understand it takes time to calibrate the machine, and they want to have everything ready when you go in there. It's just a pain in the ass, namely because one thing I've really been enjoying on my disability here is the fact that I get to fucking sleep in, and I gotta wake up at 5:30 in the morning to go get these images taken. So that kind of sucks. But it is what it is. Sorry if I'm getting off camera here. I gotta work up real close for this. And amidst all these setbacks and stuff, I just kind of took a little break from finishing up this bust. But I was feeling inspired to get to fucking work on it today and get it done. I'm very happy with how it looks so far. I just need to mask once I finish this part of her jacket, I gotta mask off around her neck and then redo the skin tones here. And then this section's done. Um, and then I can just work on her portrait. I want to at least get her hair done tonight. It's got some hard to reach spots here that I gotta work real closely around. So what'd you do today, Jen? Go to work? Hopefully not. Hopefully you got to just chill out. Work around the house and stuff, or whatever you do with your free time. I have my camera angled at such a degree right now so that my hand doesn't trigger the autofocus every time I go to paint something. Yard work. I love doing yard work. We don't have a yard per se, but we're in an upstairs condominium, so we have a very sizable patio. I think it's actually larger than our master bedroom. It's a big patio, but we got a fuck ton of plants out there, and I love being a green thumb. Love getting out there and working on plants, keeping everything alive, making them happy. Slowly starting to add more house plants too. My wife always fights about having the house plants. One workaround for that was I started putting them hanging them from hooks. Like pothos and stuff like that, elephant ear. And yeah, once I'll wait till she leaves, and then I repot everything, and then set it up, and then hang it, and then she comes home, and ooh I really like that. Like, okay, so why did you fight me on it for so long? I didn't fight you on it. I just don't like change. Funny girl. Okay, I need some white. Thick white. Pro tip, don't print paint holders in resin for pegboard because they're brittle and they fucking break. So this is one reason why I wish I hadn't gotten rid of my FDM printer, is because I could print stuff like that. Those are all 3D printed holders that I bought on Amazon. But yeah, I sold my printer, my FDM printer, and shouldn't have done that. And I'm not buying another one because I don't have the space for it. So there we go. Yeah, kind of sucked. You barely move it, and it snaps because resin's pretty brittle. And yeah, it's $20 for like a set of 4, which isn't bad, and it helps a little mom and pop 3D printer company, so I'm cool with, even though it's something I can print myself. I like their design. I like what they did. So I'm happy to send $20 their way to order some more. I don't think I need to buy so many of them to where, well, I'm going to wind up buying a lot of them eventually, but it'll be a while before I've bought enough of them to have reasoned enough to just, like buy a 3D printer again. So, yeah. Okay, little teeny tiny brush. I don't like this song. So what kind of yard work did you do today? What did you concentrate on? Give me the deets. Dude, what's up?
Hey dude, how's it going?
I'm good. I'm actually working in the studio right now doing a live stream on YouTube.
Oh, nice.
Yeah.
I'll keep it short.
That's okay. You're on YouTube right now, bro.
I'm famous.
Well, your voice is anyways.
I had a quick question for you.
Yeah.
So I finished up at Roland.
Okay.
And I was trying to exit out of forgetting what street it would be, but it's the road that goes on the Ojai Road, the 150.
Right.
And all the padlocks were on that wheel, so I couldn't open it.
Roland or Chernoff?
Roland.
Okay, so the gate, the fire gate for Roland, that's an automatic gate, and the left side opens up automatically. It should.
So I'm off of his property. I'm like right where I can see the 150. You know.
Okay. Dude, you went the wrong way, bro. You got to go back in the way you came. Are you on the Santa Paula side over by the 150?
Yeah, because I've come in that way before.
That's wild. Yeah, you're not supposed to be able to go in that way. You have to come in off the off Sulphur Mountain Road.
Okay. So that
you got to turn around and go all the way back out.
Oh boy. Okay.
Yeah.
Gonna be quite the drive.
Yeah, that's I hope you're still on the clock.
No, I'm not. I clocked out.
Yeah, that kind of sucks.
Oh well.
You fucking kids, man. You never listen. Just giving you shit. No, yeah, you're gonna have to. Unfortunately, you're gonna have to drive all the way back out. That's the only way you ever want to go in or out of that property or any of those properties back there.
Okay.
Is off Sulphur Mountain Road, because the other one is private farmland, and once they close the gates, the only people that have access in or out is going to be the fire department or police and sheriff.
Okay. All right. Well, I guess I'm gonna be doing some driving.
Yeah, a little bit, dude. Sorry to hear that.
No, it's all good, man.
All right, man. Well, have a good one. I'll talk to you soon.
All right, later.
All right, bye.
Bye.
Well, that's funny. Yeah, road trip time, dude. What are you gonna do? I have no idea why he would have went that direction. It's so much faster if you just go the other way. You know, the way that you come in from. I get it, though. I think he was probably trying to take a shortcut to get home. And thought that the back road would be faster. Like, no, dude. That's private property out there. You're not supposed to be there. So, trimmed palms and hedges. Well, that sounds like fun. He needs snacks and good music. Well, I think he's only like 23 or something. He's really young. So I don't know what good music is to him. But he's a good kid. He really is. Does a good job out there. Best of all, I'm not the boss. So I don't have to deal with the payroll or any of that crap. I hate doing shit like this. Just run my brush sideways. I'm not very happy with this brush right now, though. That's better. That's going a little faster. Kind of feel a little bad for him. It's like sun's going down. He's back in the mountains. And it's going to get dark. But he's got those nice young eyes. He'll be fine. His fucking fault, anyways. How many horror movies start out like that? Not enough of them. One that I can think of, though, that is my all time favorite would be Evil Dead, hands down. Best movie to start out with a bad road trip, camping trip stuff. It's just the best. Sam Raimi's genius at work. And I love that Sam Raimi's car is in every one of his movies. It's just dope. The car that Bruce Campbell and what's her face are driving in at the beginning of the movie. It is the best. Jen, I think you and I are kindred spirits in a certain sense. Kindred spirits as much as an atheist could believe in. I'm an atheist. But that's neither here nor there. Seems to be so. Magic 8 Ball says, can I tell you how much I hate painting these fucking stripes? Ugh. At this point, I don't really care if I fuck them up either. I'll just pinstripe some blue in there when I'm done. Yeah, it's a necessary evil detail. I think it's easier if I just not really try too hard to get them perfect. I mean, it's all about using the side of your brush. Oops, and then you do something stupid like that. Using the side of the brush and then do something stupid like that too. That's all right. Real-time fuck-ups. I'll just go back over it in blue. Yeah, exactly. Sometimes it's way easier rather than trying to be too careful to paint through it. Honestly, too, I feel like I might have had too much caffeine today because I'm feeling a little jittery. One thing I've noticed since I've been on disability is I'm drinking a lot more coffee. I'm drinking like my wife's general intake of coffee. My problem is I don't want to have to go back and touch up too much of it. So I'm still kind of carefully painting through. Well, I got 3 people hanging out and watching. Feel free to say hi, guys, if you so desire. If you're new here, welcome to the channel. Thanks for tuning in and watching my painstaking progress on this tiny little bust I'm working on. It's shit like this where I wish it was like almost life size. It'd be so much easier to get it done. I'm seriously like getting to the point where I'm just like, fuck you, stripes. Throw this thing at the fucking wall. Just kidding, in case you're watching. I'm not going to throw it at the wall, I promise. .25mm. Oh, like D&D or like Warhammer and stuff like that. I've only done one miniature in my time, and yeah, I didn't enjoy it really, especially since I had to wear my magnifiers the whole time I was working on it. because my eyes suck up close. Literally, probably from doing artwork my whole life. I always did like real fine line pen and ink work. That was my specialty. And now that I'm older, my eyes are really, it's real tough on me to get up close. I can't see anything up close. I have to, I have to wear magnifiers for everything now. Now, I'm going to have some fixing to do on that, and I just don't fucking care right now. That's all right. Gotta fix it, gotta fix it. It looks so messy to me. It's driving me crazy. I'm like, it should be perfect on the first try. I shouldn't have to go back and touch up anything. I always have to remind myself that it's okay to fuck up and go back and fix stuff. That's another thing about doing live streams with it is you get to see the fuck ups. I definitely fuck up. You said you've done what, 25 millimeter figures, 35 millimeter figures, 25 millimeter. So you know what it's like to have a thumb full of paint. Once I finish concentrating on this, I have something to discuss with you about our Obi-Wan Kenobi Rides Boga base. Because I've been looking at it. Yeah. It's funny, you can always tell somebody who does like miniature painting or something when you run across each other because they'll have like little tiny stripes of different colored paint all over their thumb. I have a thumb palette, but it's kind of, it's just a little uncomfortable to wear when you're working, and I just ended up never using it. I mean, I did use it a little bit, but that was before I started posting on my channel. You ever seen those thumb palettes? They're kind of cool. Not very practical for something this big. For miniatures, though, I could, like, if you're painting miniatures regularly, a thumb palette is they're pretty handy. Oh, I can show you. I got it right here. That's all it is. So I usually wore it like this, you know, and then you can just get your paint, you know, you have all your stuff and you're working, and it's, you know, it's kind of handy to have, you know. I 3D printed this one. I don't remember where I got my first one. I used to use it like crazy years ago when I worked with inks and stuff, and when I printed this one out for doing my painting, and it didn't feel the same for me having needed it for inks before. Yeah, but theoretically, you could use it to smear your paint on. I think for me anymore, it just kind of gets in the way, as one could imagine. Nope. But yeah, that is a thumb palette. All right. Well, we'll let that dry for a little while, and then I'll go back and fix it. I don't know if I'm going to fix it tonight. Is my mic picking up? It actually, it's not comfortable. It's comfortably uncomfortable, if that makes sense. It's, how can I put it? It's chewy in a crunchy sort of way. That's the best. I think that's the best way I can put it. Chewy in a crunchy sort of way. Okay. So, move away from that part. Oh. Come here, you bastard. Basically, I'm just taking off these little support remnants real quick. That's open. Spraying well. I think I'm going to need more ochre than that. Yellow ochre, I should say. So, Obi-Wan Kenobi and Boga, the base. I know on camera it doesn't translate the same as far as how it photographs and the way it really looks. But I'm not feeling super happy with it. And Jen, since I believe you have a vested interest and you spent a lot of time watching me work on that, I'm going to give you the honor of helping me make the decision on what to do. I don't know if that's an honor, but it's just not. It's not sandy enough looking. The ground is too dark, and even with dry brushing the whole thing, it's not striking me the way I want it to. And I kind of want to airbrush it. And I'm thinking going with this color pretty much almost over the entire surface, and then using washes to bring out the details. The way I did things yesterday, that's my typical way of doing it, and it's complicating and time consuming. And after coming downstairs and looking at it this morning, after the paint's dried and the real true colors come out, from having it dry, I feel like that's the direction I want to go. Something like that. I mean, the greatest thing about paint too is you can always just go over it again if you don't like it. But I feel like adding a more brighter sand color to it is gonna bring it more true to form as far as what the ground cover looks like on Utapau, on the planet that they're on. You can take a look at it with me in a little bit here and let me know what you think. Yeah. I figure if anything, I'll do a swatch area, kind of demonstrating what I'm thinking. And then we'll take a look and see what we think of that. I don't know. Yeah, it's one of those things over time that we've talked and you've spent time with me on the channel. It's one of those things like I wish Jen lived closer so you could see this thing in person and we could like collaborate and go, what about this? What about this? You know, because yeah, I've seen your paintwork and it's phenomenal, and I would trust your judgment and word. I would trust your I trust your thoughts on the matter. Yeah, much appreciated as well. Seriously. Honestly, I wish you had a channel that you showcased your work on and worked on stuff. I didn't. I would enjoy watching it. Yeah, the pictures you've shown me of your work, I was very impressed. Love the BD-8. So cool. I have that file too. I've been wanting to print him, but I got to chill on printing and get caught up on what I have printed already. Once you get a printer, it's so fucking easy to just like, oh, that's rad. I'm gonna print that. Next thing you know, you got all these gray lumps of shit laying around that don't have paint on them. Yeah, he looked like fun. But yeah, you wind up with all these prints that you need to get to, and it's like shit. Like that alien I printed. I mean, I have no business fucking printing that thing, but I was just like, this will be a fun little project. I'm gonna have to print him and just keep him on the back burner. I think part of it too is I haven't had a lot of time with my Anycubic Max. I've only printed a few things with it, and I really wanted to print something else that would challenge the build capacity on it. And so I threw that fucker on the slicer and scaled them up as big as I could get it with the Anycubic Photon Max. Really looking forward to painting that one. In fact, I have one misprint out of that whole thing. It's just his head, and I kind of feel like playing around with that tonight, just for fun. I know, right? Oh, I should show it to you. It's really cool. Oh, he's right here. Does that not look like fun to paint? Like, I've got some thoughts on what I want to do with it. But I figured it'd be a good test run to play around with and see what direction I want to go in it with it in. Yeah, it looks like a lot of fun. Okay, flat clear, gloss clear, gloss clear, gloss clear. Fuck, do I have enough gloss? Oh my god, another can of gloss? Really? Do I not have... Ah, there. I could have sworn I had a can of flat. Note to self, do not buy... In fact, these 2 cans I can just get rid of. Note to self, do not buy any more clear gloss. I got enough gloss, though. I still have like 4 cans down here. So before I dry brush hair and stuff like that, I give it a quick little clear coat of flat. Want to see something fun? If I turn this down to a certain degree, it actually looks like it stops moving on camera because of the frame rate. That's still turning like really, really fast. And then if I turn it down even more, so now I'm speeding it up. Thought that was fun. I'm I'm pretty easily entertained by science shit. Okay. Yeah, I thought it was fun. Got a lot of people ask me how I do my blonde hair. It's like, keep it simple. You only need 2 colors. A bright yellow and an ochre base. At least it works for me. It's really good for like sandy blonde hair. Like this. doing the underneath, dry brushing the underside a little bit too, because you kind of want the effect of like, okay, the hair's a little thinner at that point and the sun's shining through it. So bring your dry brushing into the bottom a little bit as well. And gives you a nice effect. So those are bangs. All right, I'm satisfied with that for tonight. No more Sailor Moon. Let's do something fun and different. I mean, it's all fun, but I want to do something different. Something I have never worked on before. All right. Yes. We're going to do this. Have a little fun, little experimentation. Step away from. Sometimes you just got to step away from other shit that you're working on, especially when you have, especially if you're like me and you have ADD and you try working on 5 fucking projects at the same time. Sometimes you got to just take a step back from all of those projects and do something that's not a project. Of course, this will wind up becoming a project. Fucking, I can't help myself. I already know what I'm going to use. I left paint in my airbrush. I'm a bad boy. I figured you would agree. I just want to have some fun. For shame, yeah, on the airbrush. That's very unusual for me too. You can tell I'm getting sidetracked. Generally, my ADD helps me hyper focus on something, but I'm a little scattered in my thoughts about what I'm doing tonight. So, and I'm okay with that. I've learned over the years of unabated and untreated ADD that it's good for me to not always concentrate on hyper focusing, in order to accomplish task completion. I kind of just taught myself over the years that, like, don't get so hung up on completing tasks. They're not going anywhere. You need to remind yourself that it's okay to take a break from a task that you have at hand. And it's not going to go anywhere. It'll be there when you're ready to go back to it. And so I treat my art pretty much the same way. I tend to wind up working on several things at once. And I typically hyper focus on one thing at a time. But sometimes I'll branch off, and that's when shit like this happens. what I want to do to this guy should go pretty quick anyways. Well, I have a lot of different targets. And if we want to be analogous, different targets require different ammunition. And in this particular case, it's paint. This is a target. Sailor Moon's a target. Obi-Wan Kenobi rides Boga as a target. And I'm using different ammunition on every one of them. So I'm okay with that. I'm okay with aiming at a different target. This isn't a single target gun range. There are multiple targets, and I intend to kill every one of them with paint. So here we go. My idea is I want a metallic look to it on most of it. But I'm just going to let my idea flow here. So I'm going to start off with this Vallejo metal color to lay down my base. And this stuff is just, God, it's fucking magic when it sprays. It looks so good. I don't know how well that translates on camera, but right out of the bottle, there's no mixing needed, nothing. This stuff's just amazing. If you've never used it, I highly, highly recommend it. Hold that for me for a minute. Why is this bubbling? It's just a really beautiful metallic. And it takes other paints, like contrast paints and stuff, really well. It's one thing I love about it. You take it and, paint a contrast paint over it, and you'll have that metallic underneath. Perfect. Nope, I need that. Okay. On to the next color. Question is, what color? What fucking color? What am I feeling? Oh, this is nice. Thinking music. RoboCop route, like a black and gray motif. Is that what you're thinking? Because I'm not thinking that at all. RoboCop 2. So, so like a black and gray motif is what you're thinking. I'm not thinking that. I think I have another idea. Silver, blue, and purple. Hmm. That's that's a thought. It's not a bad thought. Got to multitask here. Speak to me, baby. Still a little tiny bit tacky. Nope. No Googling. I'm just using my brain. Using my imagination. I think you'll like what I'm going to do here. As crazy as it might look right now, I think I have a plan. I see something, and I'm just going to go for it. I think you'll smell the shit I'm stepping in pretty soon, if you know what I mean. I think this will give me a nice roadmap for the full figure too. Hey, Pablo from Argentina. Welcome, my brother. Glad to have you on, my friend. And greetings from the United States as well. So, Pablo, I'm kind of all over the place tonight and decided that I was going to play around with a new print that I got in the works. And so I'm just masking this guy up with some silly putty right now after giving it a base coat of some Vallejo metal color. It's an alien. But right now I'm basically just playing, just having some fun. How goes it for you in Argentina there? You're welcome. Yeah, thanks for stopping in, Pablo. I appreciate you here. Always good to have other countries visit, man. Argentina is one country I have not visited. It's on my bucket list, though, that's for sure. You have a beautiful country there. Beautiful country, beautiful people, fantastic food. Holy shit, don't get me started on the food. All right, I think I'm good with that. Actually, don't be scared. Thanks for your patience, everyone, while I'm masking this off. There's a method to my madness, I promise. Most of the time there is. Tonight's getting weird, but not too weird. Okay, let's paint. Oh, thank you. United States is, yeah, we definitely got some beautiful country. I have seen much of it. Lots of road trips. Love taking road trips. Okay, back to my, there we go. First color. Jen, I think you're gonna like this. I hope. It's our first go at it, so we'll see what happens. We'll see. You might hate it. Pablo, are you a current subscriber to the channel? Have you dropped in before and I'm forgetting, or are you new here? Oh, thank you. Well, you come to the right place, Pablo. I do a lot of live streaming, so you get to kind of see everything as far as my process. This is just my process. This is just how I do things. Um, you get to see me fuck up. Um, you get to see me make happy accidents. All of the above, and you get to see experimentation like tonight, where I'm just kind of winging it, kind of figuring out. This is just a test run for something. We're just kind of screwing around and seeing what happens, playing with some paint, different color ideas on this Xenoborg. All right, I'm gonna stop there. As if I can get this to stand up, that'll work. And I think we're going to move on to our next color. So I'm using, for this particular color scheme, the first color I laid down was the Vallejo metal color, 77.703. Aluminum Oscuro, so dark aluminum. And I followed that up by using, it's an air paint called Calf Blue. It's clear. It's basically like a contrast paint by Citadel. Hopefully you can get Citadel where you live. I would assume you can. It's a great paint, and it's transparent, so I'm able to retain that metallic color underneath it, like this. So now I'm going to clean out my airbrush, and we're going to go on to the next color and see what happens. This is where we like, well, I think it's kind of a worldwide thing now where everybody knows what happens when you fuck around and find out. And that's what I'm doing. We are fucking around, and we're going to find out. Just fair warning, my channel is not safe for work as far as my live streams are concerned. I speak freely, which means I cuss sometimes, or a lot. My produced videos that you can see on my channel, I don't cuss at all during those. You can probably watch them with your kids. There's some paint tutorials. You know, just check out the channel, explore around, and see what you find, and see what you like. Feel free to smash that like button, as they say on the tube of views. Smash the like button. Share the channel with your friends if you want, and definitely leave comments, criticism. I like all of it. If you see something or have an idea, something I could do better, or something you think would look cool on something, please comment about it. I want to hear all of it. I think that's looking pretty cool right now. Now I think what I want to do is peel this off. So when Pablo, when you say you're learning, are you learning to paint? Are you learning to 3D print? All of the above? What exactly are you wanting to learn? Checking out a new hobby? Are you printing in resin or FDM? Maybe I shouldn't have put that color out away yet. That's okay. This piece was made to fuck around with, so that's what we're gonna do. I guess I didn't put that color away because it's still open. Goku was something new. Hey, you like Goku? Oh, I've got a pretty big Goku that I'm actually going to be working on shortly. It's there's the dragon's head for him. Just finished printing that out. And then I haven't even pulled the supports off yet. This is all cured, by the way. This isn't... I guess I can just pull these off real quick. I had a customer say that his son-in-law really loves Goku and asked if I could do one for him and how much it would cost and yada yada. You know, yeah, I could do Goku. So let's see. Here's his face. Oh, resin is definitely the way to go for figures. I just haven't pulled the supports off of him yet either. And then this is his sash, I guess. The base, though, so it'll be something like that, you know. But the base is super impressive. That's part of the base. I still have to fill in all these drain holes and stuff. But yeah, it's pretty big. I haven't shown him what I'm doing yet. He doesn't even know I printed this one. He just told me to surprise him. I'm like, all right, well, you asked for it. So it's going to be pretty fun. Okay, so now on to the second color. Yeah, Pablo, if you plan on showcasing your work on your YouTube there, let me know. I'd love to check it out, man. It is incredible. I'm an older gentleman. Well, I'm an older man. I shouldn't call myself a gentleman. I can be a gentleman. I am a gentleman, but yeah, anyways. I'm an older dude. I was mentioning the other night how lucky I feel to have grown up in an age where I've gotten to see the invention of the internet. I got to see the internet blossom into it was today, cell phones, you know, shit like that. And then ultimately 3D printing, like you just said, that's a perfect way to put it. You know, it's incredible that you can see this image of this model on a computer, and then boom, a couple hours later, it's in your hands as this big glob of gray goo, and you get to paint it, and you know, it's a great hobby. It's such a fun hobby. It's given me a lot of joy. No, 25 years ago, we couldn't imagine it. I actually, I think 3D printing was being talked about 25 years ago, if I remember correctly, but it hadn't come to fruition yet. You know, they hadn't even come close to figuring it out. You know, SLA printing was, I don't think anybody imagined that yet. But the thought was there, and we finally figured out how to do it. Okay, I think this part just looks wet still because I overpainted it a little bit. Yeah. Okay, next color. All right, Jen, you ready for this? This is where it's going to start getting interesting, I think. It's probably, well, it's already interesting to me, but I think that it's going to start looking really cool. Get rid of this blue. I can hear my airbrush whistling, and that usually means something bad. Not super bad, but annoying bad. So we're going to do a quick inspection before I move on to the next color, because I don't want problems. And I'm sure Jen knows exactly what I'm talking about. You are ready, girl. What do you do when... Are you just over there chilling, like snacking on pita chips or something? Like, what do you do while you're watching my boring ass videos? See, I got a bunch of white paint right around my nozzle here, and it feels stuck. Yeah, that's not good. Glad I broke this down. Into the jewelry cleaner you go. Sorry, there's going to be a small delay here. Needle looks good. In you go. Or a game? What kind of, like a video game? Are you a gamer, girl? And if so, what are you playing? Curious minds want to know. Because I'm a gamer dude. And console or PC? That would be the next question. You are a gamer girl. I love it. Okay, now we got more stuff to talk about. I don't watch movies, to be honest. I'm not a big movie guy. I'm typically really busy playing with my art. Yeah, I'm a console person. I only play one game on my PC, and that's StarCraft. Old school shit. And then console-wise, I have a Xbox Series X. So what's your game right now? What are you playing? Sorry for the delay here, Pablo. This is part of the process too. This is the shit you don't see on produced videos. What happens in between paint projects and stuff. That needs to come out. Fallout 4. What? No Fallout 76? I actually just ended my subscription to Fallout 76. Love Fallout 4, though. I just wish it was online. All the Fallout series, I've been playing it since it was a platform. No 76. Are you an anti 76er? I love 76. Jesus, how did I get paint inside my nozzle like that? That's no bueno. This is no bueno. This aggression will not stand, man. Hate it when shit like this happens. Like, dude, I just want to paint. But airbrushes can be fickle. I'm sorry, Jim. What were you yesing to? I got off track. Not liking 76. Yeah, a lot of people were pretty unhappy with it. It took a minute to wear on me. Um, I the one thing I liked it is at the time. The one thing I liked about it was at the time I had a lot of friends that I played online with that I've known for many years, and we all liked it. Um, just for base building and stuff like that. It's all about building camps and shit. Um, and just lately, I haven't been playing it because Grounded 2 came out, and I loved the first Grounded. It was so good. And Grounded 2 is lining up to be just as good. I fucking love that game. Kind of bummed though. I beat the first part of the story, and now it's like, okay, well, all I have to do now is just cruise around the park and build more camps and get ready for the next DLC to come out. You did play Grounded. That's cool. I loved it. If you haven't played it yet, check out Grounded 2. It is excellent. Okay. Dude, I got paint. I must have been backflushing pretty bad and didn't realize it because I got paint all up inside the body. All right, that worked. Oh, that feels so much better. God, no wonder. I'd have been super fucked if I didn't do that sooner or later. Yeah. Oh, it was bubbling last night. I cleared that out. It wasn't bubbling tonight. The only thing it was doing was it's starting to whistle. Other than that, I had great flow. But usually when I hear a whistle, as I stated, that usually means something bad, i.e. a clog or a SCOBY or something in there. And sure enough, there was a clog starting to form, and that's what was causing it to whistle. and that was causing it to backflush into the behind the gasket. It also could mean that my gaskets need to be replaced, which would be fair because I've been using this thing nonstop for almost a year now, I think. And it wouldn't surprise me if the gaskets need to be replaced. I'll be sending off to Harder and Steenbeck for a new gasket replacement kit soon. About once a year, I try to go through my airbrushes and replace all the gaskets and the needles. If the needles need it, I generally take really good care of them, so typically I don't need to replace the needles, thank fuck. Cost me almost $300 to replace all 3 needles, or all 8 needles. So probably more like $400 to replace them all. All right, next color. Here we go. Real quick. You know what? Fuck it. I'm just going to wing it. I'm not going to mask it. I remind myself if I don't like this color concept or what I'm doing, I can just go back over and repaint it. Yeah, it is a great eraser. 100%. All right. Next. Okay, this is where I think it's going to get fun. Come on. Don't be like that. Nope. Don't do that. Stay. Quick clean on the airbrush. On to the next color. There we are. Ah. Oh, damn back. Everybody's really quiet over there, getting a little nervous. Everybody's like, what the fuck is he doing over there? That looks weird. Just a teeny bit of this. All right. Okay, that's it for the airbrushing. Jen, you still with me? You're so quiet over there. You tearing your hair out? Ah, what the fuck are you doing? Oh, fuck Spectrum. I also have Spectrum, as you may know, and I fucking hate them. Tiny little touch up here. Sorry you had to reboot everything. That's a pain in the ass. How's everybody else doing out there? We got some quiet viewers tonight. Say hi. Or not. If you want, you could just say I'm shy. It's probably people that don't want me to know that they're watching. It's like Ground Affected's on. He's like, what's this fucking bloke up to now? I highly doubt Brent would be checking out my channel, but you never know. Okay, I need my magnifiers. Some little details here I gotta fix. Before I do my last little thing. I'm just going to add a couple of little metallic details here and there for now. And then I got another idea I want to play with. I mean, it's got to have a panel liner, right? It's funny now that I'm playing around with this. I'm seeing so much more detail than I did before that I'm going to get to bring out with it as I go along. This is just a rough draft color concept. Do I know of a paint that looks chrome? Well, I'm using one right now, but this is a dark chrome. I know I just heard of one recently. I'll have to go back and poke around and see if I can't find the name of it again. It was something I wanted to try though, so um, I'll remember to look that up for us. Chrome is one of those weirdos. And everybody has their favorite that they swear by. When it comes to dark chrome, though, or dark aluminum, I think this is more of a dark chrome. This is the shit. This stuff is amazing. I actually use this for most of my metallics, but it's not super bright and shiny like chrome. Yeah, it's tricky to find good chrome. Period. Yeah, I think that's looking pretty cool. Now let's put some detail in it. Yeah, chrome pens are. I was gonna say that those are fantastic, but like you said, they you can't get large coverage with those. I'll poke around. I know there was one I wanted to try out. I need my normal glasses for. Dude, this panel liner is really making this pop. I'm really digging what it's doing. All right, battery's at 20%. Sorry, I'm like zoning. So far, I think I'm really digging this color concept. I don't know if I'll stick with it, but that's why I'm playing with it today, so I can sit and look at it for a while and see if I want to do RoboCop version or not. Of course, even if I do it this color concept, I don't know that. I mean, it's not going to look exactly like this. I think that's looking pretty cool. But it does need something. It needs gloss. It needs to look like wet, grungy, shiny metal. I don't know. What do you think of it, Jen? I think it looks pretty cool. I don't know if I'll keep it, like if that's the final idea. Just thinking about how long this took me, the the main version of it's gonna be, that's gonna be a long one. Where's my gloss at? Now I can't find the gloss, even though I have fucking tons of it. Give it a quick gloss coat. See how it looks. Okay. Change camera angle while we finish up here. Down to 2 viewers now. I think Paco just boned out, didn't even say goodbye. That's all right. That looks fucking insane with the gloss on there. I don't know how well that's translating on camera, but it looks pretty cool on my end. Well, that was fun. I think that looks pretty sweet. What do you think it needs? I'm definitely thinking like more metal pipes instead of, I did just these 4 right here to see how I like them. But now that I'm looking around, I feel like the piping needs to be more prominent. Like even some black, like the hoses could just be black. And then the green would be kind of in the back, you know. I think that would give it a lot more dimension and depth. This could just be black. These little dots, the lettering and stuff. I think those could just be a blackish color. Black color. What do you think? I don't know. That's the conundrum I was having while working on this right now. Is like, I did grunge it up a little bit, you know, with the panel liner. You can see it's got some grunge to it. You know, the aliens aren't. It's a strange dichotomy that the that the sculptor created by turning it in, cyborgish. I think that's what really drew me to it as well, like incorporating bio. I mean, Alien is very, what Escher, or not Escher, what what Giger did creating the aliens was very biomechanical, but like an even mix of it. Whereas this version of the alien is very mechanical bio, if that makes sense, more mechanical, less bio. And I thought that was really an interesting take that the sculptor did for the alien. And I like it. I really liked it. I'm excited to figure it out and see how I want to take it. There's one artist that I follow on Instagram that did this model, and that's what turned me on to it. And his take on it, the way he painted it, he actually added wires and all kinds of crazy shit to it. It looks amazing. But it was just kind of like a black and white, very soldier, very militant looking. I mean, it's phenomenal. No question. Just absolutely amazing work the guy did. But I don't want to do it that way. I don't want to do it exactly the way somebody else did it. I don't want to do it my way. I don't even know what my way is yet with this thing. That was kind of what was fun about working on it tonight, was just letting it talk to me and see where I wanted to go with it. But I do like the blue-green. There's a lot of elements that I can play around with on that. And I may stick with the blue-green motif with the glossiness to it. I'm curious to see, like, the tail for the thing is fucking insane. And I feel like having that blue-green metallic look to it is going to be really cool. This is the tail. I mean, the detail on the tail. The detail. I mean, how fucking nuts is all of that going to be to paint? And it just keeps going and going down to this point. Yeah, and it's big. I mean, there were two versions of the tail. One version where it curled up over its body, and I didn't care for that version, nor did I scale it with the rest of it because I'd already grown attached to this one. So this tail sits like in this position, kind of wrapping around the base, and I just love the way it looked. But how fun is that going to be, doing all these links? It's very bicycle chain, but with more detail. I'm going to have a lot of fun painting this one. I know that. I did break the tail actually too. This is the break. I got it sealed pretty well. I never sanded it. So once I go through and sand everything with the Dremel tool, that'll smooth that out and kind of hide it a little better. You're not going to really see it anyways because this point's like kind of behind the base. So I wasn't too concerned with it. But it did fix up nicely. And then I got a little bit of scrapage, scraping I'll have to do here. Actually, I think that's just a support, it looks like. That should come right off. Yep. But yeah, now that I've messed around with it a little bit, it's going to be hard to keep myself from working on it, especially once I get Sailor Moon done. Once I get Sailor Moon done, I've got Goku to work on. Fortunately, though, all of my commission work that I take on, I always tell the client I don't do deadlines. If you want to have a deadline, it's gonna like basically tack on an extra $500. Like if you want to pay $500 more, I will expedite it. I will freeze all work, and I'll freeze all personal work, and you're first in line. That's what I'm working on. Not necessarily 500, but I will charge a little bit extra for the model, which is what happened with Sailor Moon. So that's why she got expedited. But the client already received the main model that she paid for. The bust I was doing is a little something extra, just kind of as a thank you. So I haven't been in a super big rush to do it, but now it's bugging me. So I don't want it in my studio anymore, and so I'm inspired to get her finished. Don't have a hell of a lot left to do on her, so it should go pretty quick. Kind of wrapping things up here. Not gonna really clean up my workstation too much. And I'm at 10% battery, so we're not going to get to Obi-Wan Kenobi and Boga tonight, unfortunately. But I may be coming on a little earlier tomorrow, depending on what my wife wants to do. And I'm going to be compartmentalizing my work a little bit tomorrow. I'm going to work on Sailor Moon a little bit. I may or may not do her on camera, just so I can work fast and get it done. Social interaction on the live streams, my work goes a lot slower because I'm interacting and talking. I get distracted and shit like that. So I may not do that work on camera. But either way, Obi-Wan and Kenobi and Boga will be on the chopping block tomorrow at some point. That looks really cool. I'm happy with that. I mean, definitely not a finished product, but it's fun. I know, right? Finish her. Yeah, it is bugging me. I do need to finish her. I'll feel satisfied and completed. And then Goku, I'm just not in a rush for that one. Client didn't want to pay any extra to expedite it, so I'm taking my time. I think he'll be happy that I just that I got to the that I'm done printing it. Printing it was a fucking pain in the ass. So at least I got that done. But yeah, it should be close to completing Sailor Moon tomorrow, and then I can concentrate on Obi-Wan Kenobi and Boga and Goku. Is that all I got? Yeah, shit. And Obi-Wan Kenobi, honestly, I got to get the base completed on that one just so I can start working on Boga. I really want to get some paint down on her, and that's going to take a while too because I have so much prep work to do on Boga. I haven't even started that yet. Oh yeah, no, it'll die soon. I'm going to wrap it up, but yeah, Boga's that one's going to be fun. I'm really curious to see how the texture rollers work with her scales, fixing gaps and stuff like that with her scales. That's my little scale texture roller. So I'm excited to try that out. I'm sure there'll be some hand sculpting involved too. But yeah, just getting her put together and ready to go on the base is super exciting. Can't wait to start painting her, all of it. But yeah. Anyways, Jen, as always, you're like my number one fan. Thank you so much for hanging out with me and helping me decide or whatever on fun little projects like this and other stuff. I appreciate you. Did you say you were on Xbox One or you're? No, it's my pleasure as well. I'm really stoked to have you out. Have you here. I was gonna say if you're on Xbox One, download Grounded 2 and let's get online and build some shit. I can in fact I could share my file with my world with you, and I got some shit that's already built. I got a huge tree house up in one of the oak trees, and yeah, I've been having a lot of fun with it. Oh, my back. Oh. Oh. Yeah, if you're not comfortable saying so on here, you're welcome to message me on Instagram and let me know if you have Xbox or not, and we can share each other's player tags or whatever. But yeah, anyways, everyone, thanks for hanging out. Thanks for watching tonight. Appreciate you joining my channel and checking things out. And as I always say, happy 3D printing, happy painting. Have a nice day, and toodles.